So almost nothing President Trump said in the speech was new. The folks in the gallery, some of them are new, at least new to me, but the concept of folks in the gallery is not new. What's new is what the Democrats did. Now, I want to start by saying the Democrats were standing on principle tonight. They believe Donald Trump is a horrible president, that he's destroying the country, that the country has made a horrible mistake by making him president. And despite their leaders asking them not to make a theme, starting with Congressman Green and then with the entire caucus, both House and Senate, we did not see anybody standing on TV. I had two people in the chamber tell me not a single Democrat stood except when the first lady walked in at the beginning. And this is uniting the Republican Party. The tweets and the emails I've gotten are extraordinary in terms of their condemnation. And I think, most symbolized by that little boy. You can say they didn't stand for Laken Riley's family because they disagree with Donald Trump on immigration. I don't agree with that, but you could say that. But there's no justification for not standing up and applauding that little boy who hugged the Secret Service director after he was sworn in. There's just no countervailing thing there. Now, I think what they'd say is they didn't want to, glorify President Trump in any way. But my suspicion is that most of the country won't care about who stood and who didn't. My suspicion is that this will not be a 5-day story. But my suspicion is that this will cause the Republicans to have a year's worth of material to denigrate the values of the Democratic Party. And it will cause the Democrats to be divided. Because again, I've already received messages from some Democrats who are horrified about what just happened. Dan.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you just a little. I don't think their opposition was entirely on principle, because I think if it was, then you sit on your hands on substance and on policy where you have disagreements. You could say on everything. But to your point, whether it was the little boy with cancer, the young man who was admitted to the service academy, like, there are just certain things that common sense and decency tell you should rise and applaud. And I think for the party, we started this morning saying, one, the Democrats should not be a part of the story for their stunts. They're going to be. I don't know, the opposition is just to everything. It's just hatred of Trump. We can't give an inch. He'll take a mile, recognize nothing. And I think, to your point, this will not, last. They'll change the subject here in a couple of days. But it makes me shake my head. It's frustrating. And I think the anger in the party.
Dan, sorry, hold on one second. Switch to MSNBC and turn Maddow up at least a little bit while Dan continues. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, just you said it at the top of the hour. I've heard it, the last couple of days. The anger in the party is starting to boil at the grassroots, because they feel just that the party's not doing anything. This was not the place or the way to express that anger. It just wasn't.
Be super curious to see how Jeffries and Schumer explain why they didn't lead folks in standing.